quick note about something that's been paramount in my mind and heart over the last 18 months and, quite frankly, the last 11 years. Matt, where have you heard that one before?
VF
That's
Talks.
right. And the venture forward. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, as we know, is comprised of unpredictable and often disabling flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups disrupt the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world. They're investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1 800 344 4867. Once again, 1 800 344 4867. Or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. Importantly, we are still raising money for the National MS Society through a Venture to a Cure. This was a page that was created in conjunction with the Walk MS 2022 in Media, Pennsylvania earlier this year. It's an incredible organization. They are doing so much in the forefront for leading research, but also leading education with respect to multiple sclerosis and demyelination. I'm very thankful for the National MS Society. The fundraising for A Venture to a Cure is at rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. Again, rebrand.ly/A Venture to a Cure. And as I mentioned, that fundraising will go on through September 30th. Thank you for all of you who have donated money to this amazing organization or have even gone to the National MS Society to learn more about multiple sclerosis and demyelination. It touches me and over to 1 million people in this country who have multiple sclerosis in so many ways. And we appreciate all of you. And on that,
It's time to talk.
Good evening once again, and welcome to VF Talks. I am John Venturini, and this Weisenheimer behind me was saying really interesting things during the countdown. He was also talking about piano playing in the background. I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure we'll get down to the bottom of that within a minute or two. I'm sure. I guarantee it. But I want to say hello to all of you tonight on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter on this wonderful Friday night, having a conversation about anything and everything as we normally do. And let's see who wins the door prize tonight for being here first. It would be John C. over at Would If I Could, who says, hey, John C., hope you're doing well. He also goes on to say that his little group of walkers raised $525 for the MS Society Walk, or MS Walk, last week. So congratulations, John. That is huge. We got Tech for Your Needs, who says, hello, folks. Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. We have Maryland, who says, yo, with 3 waves and 3 purple hearts. Well, 3 waves and 3 blue hearts right back at you. And we got this awesome wood things. I don't know what you mean by awesome wood things. I was wondering, what could it be? Could it be Matt Haas? That's Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen.
It is Matt Haas. Hi, JV.
Hey, how are you? You still have won the gold star and the hot dog from the conversation last week or the week before. So you're you haven't surrendered that title yet.
I'll take all the emojis. But let's ask the audience, which other emoji should I have here that best represents me and my sparkling personality? Let us know in the comments. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's and you're saying that's awesome, John. Yeah, John, that sort of effort for what you did with the Walk MS, that was really great. So congratulations once again.
Congrats, my man. Thank you for doing that. For sure. Oh my.
Speaking of walks and runs and goals that I have set forth, my speed has come down a bit. And I'm still trying to figure out why, but my speed isn't as fast as it was a couple weeks ago. And I know I pulled something on having Charlie horses and whatnot, but I didn't think it was going to affect my time by a minute. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Sure.
Has your speed fallen to my 20-minute half miles?
20-minute half miles.
Yeah, 20.
So 20 minutes a mile for your half mile pace, right? Or half marathon pace. Or 20 minutes for a half mile. So you're a 40-minute mile.
I'm 40-minute mile.
Oh, God. No, it hasn't been that bad.
For those in that's my walking pace that I do on my treadmill. I walk. I don't run, I walk. I can run a lot faster than that. But I tease John because I'm like, wow.
Better than a mile per hour, less than 2 miles per hour.
I have it on 5 or 6 on the numbering on my. I don't know what the 5 or 6 means, but you can change the pace between 1 and 12. And
so like 5 miles a day. So if you end up
no, I usually do half mile twice, sometimes 3 times a day.
So if you were trying to walk 5 miles in a 24-hour period, then you can nice. Far-fetched.
I didn't mean to derail you, but
no,
okay,
it's okay.
So your speed dropped a little bit. So is that a bad thing?
No, my goal is to finish. That's the goal for Portland, is to finish, just as much as that was the goal for Cary back in March, was to finish.
What would be the time where they're like, all right, if you haven't finished by now, we're breaking everything down on the
course maximum for Portland?
Yeah.
I think they have it at 4 miles per hour. So I think it's a 7 hour. I think they have a 7 hour max. But that 7 hour max is not only for the marathon, it's also for the half marathon. So if I wanted to run the half marathon, I have all the time in the world to run 13:1.
So how does that break down? What's the slowest amount you can do a mile before you hit the limit?
Probably, like I said, about 4 miles per hour. 4:1.
Is it 12 point? How many miles is a marathon?
26.2.
miles.
26.2 miles. Yes, is a full
You're
marathon. A half marathon's 13.1.
26.2. That is a long way. Oh man, that's crazy.
You didn't realize that until now?
Oh man, that's a long, 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 long way.
And you thought I was nuts for running 13.1 down in North Carolina back in March.
Didn't you like I don't even know if I could stand just still for that long, let alone running.
Jaden says hello with a rose and a purple heart.
Hi, Jaden.
Jaden's trying out for The Bachelor, apparently.
No, that's his screen name. His screen name has a rose and purple heart.
Well, I'm just saying
That's
the
fine.
rose. He's hoping to get the rose on The Bachelor. It's, anyhow. It's been that sort of week. The jokes are not landing, and it's fine.
Well, I mean, hey.
John C. says it is called a marathon because that was the distance from Marathon to Rome.
Interesting.
And the reason why it's 26.2 miles is because the English royalty wanted the marathon to end at the Queen's balcony. That was back in 1900. So it was a 25-mile race or a 26-mile race, and that 0.2 was due to the Queen.
Got to give the queen what she wants because she can move in any direction.
That's right. John corrects. It's from Marathon to Athens. Yeah.
Okay.
And we got Laura Williams who says, "Hey all on YouTube. Hey Laura, hope you're doing well."
Laura, we're talking about what she does good. She's a runner. Yeah. Faux show. Faux show.
I think one day my pace will be faster, but again, my goal is just to finish.
Well, I mean, hey, goals are good. I know a lot about goals.
Yeah.
There's two suggestions I have for goals. All right. These are words of wisdom.
Jaden says, "I came over here because there is no one on JV's live stream."
Oh, Marilyn's over there, and so is Laura.
Yeah.
So so here's the thing about goals. This is gold. Like this is like you can buy a course for $5,000 and this is the content that you would get. Goals. Two things. One, set them. Two, crush them. There you go. That's my TED Talk.
Check, please. Check, please.
I accept cash and Bitcoin.
Unmarked bills. Unmarked bills.
Set goals and crush them.
Set goals, crush them.
I sort of set a lot of goals, and then I figure out which one I'm most jazzed about, and then just throw myself into that one until it's destroyed. And then
a transcript of that course is available for $6 by sending a self-addressed stamped envelope to Journal Graphics, Denver, Colorado. John says that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, hey, is what it is.
It sure is.
So I was out shopping before the show. I bought rubber mulch and total vegetation killer.
Rubber mulch, total vegetation killer.
It's no longer called total vegetation killer, which I'm kind of bummed about because that's a badass name.
The TVK is called something else now.
Now it's called weed and grass killer. Like,
weed and grass killer.
That's so blah. But yeah, no, I've got some plants where I don't want plants to be. So we're gonna take them out.
That's take them out. Got to take them out. Got to keep them separated.
Hey.
Oh man. Why are the weeks acting all weird around here? It's been one weird week after another after another after another.
You got to get your stuff together because this is impacting the fun time. Because like we're not going to Dave and Buster's as much. We're not going out to.
We're not going to Vegas. We're not
going
doing
to Hershey Park as much.
Right.
We got to step it up. Got to step it up. So get your affairs in order, my friend.
Vegas for the shows and the restaurants, folks, and not for anything other than that. We know that story real well. Jaden says hello, and then Jaden says, I don't know. So
Do you know where you are?
blink once if you do, blink twice if you don't.
We have to give Jaden the test that they give you like before you go into surgery. So when you come out of surgery, they make sure you have all your mental faculties.
Right.
The one time they're like, what year is it? Who's the president? They're like, do you know where you are? And I'm like, on Technology Parkway. I was just like, well, that's not the name of the hospital. What hospital are you in? I'm like, I don't know the name of the hospital.
Martin Van Buren?
This is West Shore UPMC. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, I'll mark it correct because you knew the street it was on.
Calvin
was like,
Coolidge? David W. Ryan joining us this evening and says, hi, JV and Matt. Hey, David, how are you?
David W. Ryan, representing TV professionals everywhere. Mr.
There you go.
David W. Ryan.
He's got the thumbnail to prove it. He's looking dapper.
Yeah, he's got the backlit. He's got the 3-point lighting like you do on the TVs. I got the 3-point light. Look at my hair highlight right there. Like that. That is like professional right there.
That's
Too bad I look like a train wreck. And
oh, stop it! Don't look like a train wreck. Come on.
I'm doing the best I can with what I got, with what the good Lord gave me.
You're doing better than that, Matt. You're phenomenal.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
I've been killing it lately. I've been killing it at work, dude. I am Mr. Popular at my full-time job. Everyone wants what I'm cooking, baby. They all want a slice, and ain't nobody can have any until it's ready.
John says, I may not be a doctor, but I play one on TV. LOL. And David says he just happens to be married to a pro photographer.
I love creative people who are married to creative people. That's what I have in my life. My wife is a creative as well. And we make awesome stuff.
The creative stuff that comes out of that house is amazing.
But my tools are bigger, faster, and louder than the scrapbooking tools. Although the scrapbooking tools do cost about as much as my tools, because she's got one of everything, believe me.
She has a Cricut.
Oh, yeah. Like that was the first thing we got. Mm-hmm. Like she's got everything on top of it. She's got the die cutters. She's got the T-shirt presses. She's got the bedazzlers. She's got the hot glue guns. She's got glue tape machines. She's got scissors. Do you know there is a whole suite of scissors that you need? It's not just one. Like they all have different purposes.
A suite of scissors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all different purposes. Yeah, for sure.
Jaden reminding us that is why your channels are awesome everything.
Yeah, I should have awesome things. Should be in the next channel.
Awesome things.
Yes. So like, hey, look at this. It's awesome.
Marilyn wonders if she has a website or a YouTube. Your wife.
No, my wife is not an internet personality at all. She doesn't want to be internet famous. Despite my coaxing and, I've tried to get her to change her ways, but she won't do it.
Laura says set goals, crush goals, but I would say awesomely. That's the additional thing. That's another.
But you have to do it looking good. That's important because you can't crush goals when you're a mess.
If you don't look good, we don't look good.
Yeah. For sure.
And, what was that? Vidal Sassoon? That was that line? You don't look good, we don't look good.
Is that 80s commercials?
Sure is. Good for like at least 9 of them.
I used to tape awesome commercials to VHS. And I had a whole VHS tape of just commercials I thought were awesome. I was such a nerd.
Jason says, or change your channel name on this to awesome thing.
Yeah, singular. It should be singular.
Awesome thing.
It's only about one single awesome thing. That's the whole channel.
That's it. It doesn't change. It's the same awesome thing. You have to tune into the first video to realize what that awesome thing actually is.
Yeah. And that would be a good exercise to see how much content I can draw out on the exact same topic.
I would like to volunteer a particular topic.
Do tell.
Nougat.
I watched a documentary on how they made Butterfinger. Butterfinger. I learned what the inside of a Butterfinger is. Do you have any idea?
Heroin?
Close. It is peanut butter and cornflakes.
Peanut butter and cornflakes.
That's the inside of, but it's very fine cornflakes. They chop it up, so it's not like, Frosted Flake type of thing.
Yeah. Peanut butter and cornflakes. Who would have guessed? Now David's thinking, nougat. See, you can have a whole channel about this, and it's the awesome thing. And that awesome thing, ladies and gentlemen, nougat. There you go.
Now, what if I want to have a different topic, spawn a second channel, and I already have the awesome thing locked in as a channel name? What would be the second channel name? Because it still would be one thing.
The secondly awesome thing.
Or it should be called Awesome Thing Channel 2.
The vice awesome thing. The awesome thing. The awesome thing second in command.
Oh, no.
Jaden says, I tune in every morning if I can. So Jaden's a big fan of nougat, apparently.
Yeah. Well, who isn't? Is
right.
The question.
That would be the awesome thing.
I should launch some more YouTube channels just to torture myself more.
Well, you said you don't want any more channels, and now you're like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
I should. I feel like I have more to offer this world.
Awesome nougat things. That's a good name, David. That's a really good name.
Awesome Stranger Things.
The super terrific nougat hour.
Awesome 80s hair bands things.
$240 worth of pudding and nougat.
Pudding.
Oh, yeah.
With the pudding pops. Dr. Huxtable.
Have a jello make you smile. Yeah, no one understands the $240 worth of pudding reference, and that's like the third time I've tried it on the show this season.
That's the stand-up.
That's the state.
Right?
That's the state. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
See if I can get a graphic of this.
Did you watch the new Kids in the Hall that came out?
There's a new Kids in the Hall?
There's a new season of Kids in the Hall, and all the actors, of course, are much, much older. There's 6 episodes. There's 6 glorious episodes of new Kids on the Hall content out there, and each one is more amazing than the last.
Oh my god!
Dude, shut this show down and watch it immediately.
Well, I mean, we got better things to do right now. We got stuff to talk about, but we have to talk about $240 worth of pudding. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! That's pretty good that you threw that together. Your skills in live streaming have really taken off, my friend.
Well, I have a scene ready for me to go over to this monitor over here to bring up something.
Okay, there you
go. But I'm not bringing up 6 episodes of Kids. So is it Netflix, Hulu? Where is it?
Oh, good question. I think it. Oh, I know where it's at. Amazon Prime Instant Streaming.
Amazon Prime.
I'm pretty sure. New.
Prime Video, yeah.
Am I right? Is that where it's at?
Yeah. YouTube Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video. Yeah. So you have Amazon Prime, don't you?
Yeah. I have 9 deliveries every day.
That's you know what my fun the best Kids in the Hall sketch was. It was
30 Helens agree.
I did like that. Um, who was it? Amy Poehler? Yeah, she was a guest star, and it was her and her husband were looking at houses, and they went to a house, and the real estate agent was saying, "This is the kitchen, this is the bedroom, this is the," and then they walked past this door, and the wife says, "Well, what's that door?" He says, "Oh, there's nothing. That's nothing." And she says, "Well, I want to know what's in that room," and he's like, "Oh, that's the hot chicks room." Like, the what? And you open the door, and all the lights come out, and there's disco music, and they shut the door, and it goes quiet. And the husband eventually says, "Well, I think I'm going to go in, just, count the outlets or something."
My apologies to my dear therapist as this came up in actual conversation this morning, but one of my favorite Kids in the Hall sketches is this. There's this. I've got a spike in my head, 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 a spike in my head.
He's a nut. Oh, I just yeah. And Amy was not having any of it. And then after the husband went in, she had a conversation with her. It's like, "Why do you need a sexy chick's room?" He said, "Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. It's a hot chick's room." He was correcting her on the correct. The last owners had it installed, and they never had. I don't know. It was awkward, and stupid. I'm squishing your head. I'm squishing your head.
Scrunch. There is they
brought that back, but they didn't overdo it. They didn't overdo the squishing your head.
They
spoiler alert.
They did a derivation of the sexy chick room with the old guy in the nursing home, and there was a nurse that would dance for him for $200 a dance or something.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, anyway. Why do
David's got it. Why do you keep buying me hats? I have a spike in my head. 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 A spike in my head.
I should go back and watch the old catalog. That was a fun show.
Marilyn's asking the question, hey, where is our jailbird? The kid in the orange jumpsuit.
Well, it's summertime. He's out of high school. He's tearing it up.
Oh, he's doing work release right now, right?
He's in the showers.
Take the joke, go 3 steps further. That is the Met Haas way, or your money back. So that's my weekend project. Maybe my Monday night project is to go through the 6 episodes of Kids in the Hall.
You will not be. One of the episodes is actually not kid friendly.
Of course not.
And it's full frontal. I'm just like, but still. So you ladies out there, you wanna peek at some 60-year-old actors. It will not disappoint.
No, it won't. But, and David says watch the documentary as well. There's a documentary. Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that. Did not know that.
They had to clean it up a little bit when they got the prime late night slot on CBS on Friday nights. They cleaned it up a little bit, but when it was on HBO, it was raunchy as raunchy could be, and on Canadian television, it didn't matter anyway to air anything.
Yeah. I'm a David Foley fan. He's an interesting guy. He hosted a celebrity poker tournament I watched. He was like, kind of made it interesting.
He was the host of Celebrity Poker Showdown after season 1. Season 1 was hosted by Kevin Pollak.
There you go. Now you know.
Airing on the fine Bravo television network. See? I hold all this information in. Oh, shalalala says, did I hear Canadian television? Howdy, everyone. How are you feeling, buddy?
He's closer to Canada than we are.
Did they throw in too many laws there?
I think so.
Okay.
Which is good because most people do shalala and just end it at 2.
But you need at least 11, I'm thinking.
11's preferred.
Yeah.
3 is acceptable, but 11.
But a solid 11? Maybe a baker's dozen? Go 13? You
Now
got
that I've
something.
said 11 so many times, I'm thinking of Stranger Things because
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown's character is 11. That's their name. I'm loving all the Stranger Things. I'm all in on Stranger Things.
April is all in on Stranger Things, and she's gotten me hooked on it too.
Tell her something from me.
Yes.
Tell her I said she has good taste.
I will tell her to watch timestamp 3110 of tonight's VF Talks for this special urgent message from Matt Haas Esquire.
But her baking abilities are still unconfirmed.
Well, there's one way you could fix that.
Okay, I'm all ears.
She takes orders. You can go to her Facebook page, say, hey, I would love a cake, or hey, I would love a bread, or hey, I would love a jam. Or you could follow the treasure trove of shows that she goes to in the Maryland area. I should probably bring up her page, shouldn't I?
Can I bring a wheelbarrow to put all of the purchases in?
You would make her effing day, for sure. There we go. Boom. Get that up.
Robert's having trouble resting his eyes. He's a bit antsy. Well, I know what that's like. I'm wired 24/7. And I cut out caffeine.
All night long. All night? All night.
Although,
all night long.
I did splurge on something today. I bought 2 bags of dark chocolate Hershey Kisses.
Oh, mama.
Because I had a $2 coupon.
Oh, mama. And speaking of mama, that's not wrong. Mama April Sweetbits is the name of April's baking business and jam business. She is incredible. And she definitely tours the Maryland area with her jams and her bread baking and cakes. And you name it, she does it. So Mama April Sweetbits is available up on Facebook. For more information, you can go up there at your leisure.
Awesome. Product or service?
That's right. She's great at what she does. I mean, look at these breads. Look at these breads.
Does she make zucchini bread?
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. My mother, God rest her soul, made delicious zucchini bread. I miss my mom's zucchini bread.
Zucchini bread is amazing. Her zucchini bread's fantastic. She does a chocolate zucchini bread as well. And she also does cupcakes.
I didn't know there
as
was
well.
such a thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Certainly. So I mean, this is what she does. She does phenomenal stuff. Her almond bread is phenomenal. She does an almond pound cake. She does pound cake. She does
almond is very keto friendly.
Sure is. So
does
if you
she
want,
make it with almond powder as well?
Probably I believe so. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have not found bread made with almond powder that tastes good.
Needless to say, if you want to learn more about Mama April Sweetbits, you can go to facebook.com/ up there, Mama April Sweetbits. You can look her up. She is absolutely phenomenal. And tell her John sent you.
There you go.
Tell her you learned about her on VF Talks. Mama April Sweetbits. Good
deal. Good deal.
It was a live read without a script. I think we nailed it. It was good.
She owes you a royalty check for that.
Nah, she doesn't owe me anything.
Not a royalty check. An advertising fee.
It's on the house.
You're too generous.
She does a lot of things for me. The least I can do is do a live read for her incredible stuff on VF Talks.
Well, if she ever cheeses you off, you got to back down the live reads and be like, look, you want me to do more live reads, you better come around. Stop your shenanigans here.
Stop the shenanigans. What are you doing over here?
Yeah, for relationship advice, matthaas.com. Just
matthaas.com. Life coach, web designer, creative, pianist, woodworker.
My life coaching advice would be, 1, do epic shit. 2, there is no 2.
It's just that.
That's my TED Talk. I did 2 TED Talks during the show.
Oh my God, this has been such a life-changing episode.
I saw a Facebook ad. The guy says, I guarantee you I can get you on TEDx. Not TED per se, but at least TEDx. And he says, you pay me the money, I'll get you on for sure. I'm like, perhaps. Some of my woodworker friends have done TED Talks. I thought that would be something to put on the bucket list.
But you don't hear about the TED Y Talks or the TED Z Talks.
It'd be fun to do an actual TED Talk, like not the TEDx, but the TED proper talk. That would be a whole new thing. But in any event, why do TEDx when I got the interwebs on the YouTubes?
Yeah, and you have a really great channel, and you have a lot of good stuff out there, and definitely Matt Haas is incredible. All things YouTube, awesome fun things, super terrific, awesome show.
And we had an episode today. Yeah, we might not have one next week. We did 14. We've done 14 super terrific awesome shows. And this is the panels I have in the back are from the super terrific awesome show. I never flipped them over, but
it's good advertising. Super terrific awesome show, Fridays 5:45 Eastern, 2:45 Pacific. Here on this channel, because we simulcast it.
We do. It's part of our marketing strategy of be everywhere, and I think that's all there is. I think that's the entire marketing strategy. Yeah. Just be everywhere. Although I try not to be everywhere.
But you got a really good following. You got a lot of loyal people that like your work. I am one of them. Love your work. Absolutely. And
I almost fell over. I was live streaming on Monday, and I was looking at the analytics. And on my most popular video, like the #1 most popular video of all channels of all time, I was on the revenue screen and I went to lifetime and I saw the lifetime earnings of just one video. For a brief moment, I was speechless. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know it was that amount. It can get kind of nuts on the YouTubes if you do it right. I was like, I had no idea. Now, granted, it's 3.5 years old, so the lifetime total looks large, but it's really just
Yeah, but they're not going to take it down, so you definitely have the ability of earning more and more and more with it.
The long tail. That's that. If there was one phrase to describe YouTube,
Haas Army,
long tail. They use that term for books.
Haas Army.
If you sell a book, you get a big spike day one, and then the graph goes down and down and down and down, but it just keeps going. It's the long tail. It looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex tail if you plotted it out, because it's real fat at the base and goes real skinny.
Of course, he had to look at me weird for a second.
So, but that's kind of what it is on YouTube. If you do a good edited video that's evergreen, and people just start They always all new people cycle in and watch it constantly. It could just keep racking up the pennies. It's kind of nuts.
I mean, the one video that I had maybe the most views I ever had on YouTube was something I grabbed off of TV. So again, it wasn't even my content, but it was the video or the clip of HSN where the guy basically breaks the TV set with the Wii.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
David correcting his spelling. Haas Army, definitely in the house.
Well, I have the domain name with the misspelling too, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, Shalala filmed the TEDx. It's something for sure, but feel the structure, how to present on TEDx would drive you batty that you better off sticking Matt X logo behind you and gab away on YouTube.
Well, I've seen how people have prepared. There's been like other content of people preparing, and some people will practice it for months and get every word, every inflection, and they will just dial it in perfect. So when they're up on that stage, it is the maximum. I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah.
We have Laura joining us on YouTube who says, hello, how are you? Doing well, Laura. Hope you're doing well yourself.
That was an old one. She's been here a while.
Well, it just popped up on my comment. I don't know.
Okay. Well, glad you're here, Laura.
Yeah, welcome to last week's program.
What do I know? I got all these screens in front of me. Being a co-host is not easy, folks. I've got a lot I got to keep track of here on VF Talks.
Here it is. Hang on one second. Am I breaking a rule? Maybe. Do I care? Not really.
I don't know what he's doing, folks. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is on your channel.
Yeah, on my JVAT PSU.
Right here, I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when
there you go. There you go.
Goes the tennis racket. I didn't have it on there all the way.
The uncomfortable laughter
are definitely latched on all.
That grew from that.
That's what. That's where it all started. Such humble beginnings.
Shalala says, co-host duties. I hear ya.
Well, Shalalala Production, he's a streaming professional, ladies and gentlemen.
He is a streaming professional.
He knows his stuff. He's got the green screen room done right. It takes effort to do the green screen correctly. He's got it done right, because you need to be away from the wall, like far away, so it doesn't cast on you a green halo. And he's got it all the way it needs to be. And
Marilyn enjoying the HSN flub of at least a dozen years ago with the Wii.
Yep. I was talking to John before the show about all of the lavish gifts I'm going to give my son soon when he comes up and sees me. I'm like father of the universe. This kid has got so much good stuff coming his way.
Helps to have a tall brother to help put it up.
Yeah, for sure.
So a myriad number of cash and prizes and gifts.
Yep. The insurance is due for the car, so he's gonna get a new insurance card. He's got the AAA card renewed, so he's got a new AAA card coming. He got a check from the federal government as a tax return, so he's got that here at this house to pick up. It's not me giving it to him, but it's here for him.
Uncle Sam.
And then I told him I would buy him a drill, a power cordless drill for his new apartment, and it took me 6 months to get it. So I bought him, not only that, I bought him a whole suite of tools. There was a banging Father's Day sale at Home Depot, and it was more than half off. I was like, dang. So he's going to get that whole bundle of, like a whole wood shop in a box,
Wood
and
chop
giving him
in a box.
And what else does he have? And we're probably gonna feed him when he's up here too, so he'll leave with a full belly. So I'm like,
Are you taking him to Fogo?
no, not taking him to Fogo, but I'm just like, do you know how good you got it?
Take care, David. Just gotta run. See you later.
Have a good night, my friend. So I'm gonna spoil the boy here when I see him.
Yeah. And speaking of, let me officially tell you, Matt, happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. I guess that's Sunday, I think.
It sure is. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and watching the show tonight and on replay. Happy Father's Day to you.
And birthday's next week. I'm celebrating a birthday, another year around the sun. So I have a special show for my birthday on Monday.
All things YouTube. Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Don't know what I'm doing, but it'll be interesting. So you want to tune in because I'm going to think of something. I don't know what I'm going to think of, but I'm going to think of something.
It's going to be something. I might be a little bit late that night, but I will be there.
You're never mandatory for any of my stuff. And that goes for everyone on the interwebs. You catch it when you want to catch it. You watch it on the replay when you want to watch it on a replay. If you don't want to catch it, you don't want to watch it on replay. It's all good. All good.
No skin off my back.
Yeah, I've dealt with some people in the community, and they get mad when people don't watch their stuff. I'm like, that's not the way to play the YouTubes. You can't have a channel and expect people to watch your stuff. Make it so good that they want to. Stop crying about it.
Someone caught me out on the fact that I shaved. Yes. Oh. Yes, Mom, I did shave.
Despite all of her cash trying to keep you not shaved.
Someone might have ponied up a little. No, I'm kidding. No, it looked horrible. I had to do something, Mom. So I did shave. I will get you a refund, by the way. So there will be a refund done.
Oh, I'm going to see my awesome doctor at the end of the month. My awesome doctor who moonlights at the mixed martial arts stuff. He's the doctor that can shut down the event if the contestants get a little too beat up. No, I'm serious. That's his job. He's the ringside doctor. And he's an interesting dude, this guy. My doctor is amazing. I want to just, how do I say to him, like, do you want to go out, get a beer or something? Like, how do I don't think there's a non-awkward way, but I would love to hang out with him because he's an interesting dude.
Are you trying to ask the first question? You're trying to score a date with him?
I'm trying to score a mandate with him. Yeah.
There you go.
Or a bro. What do you call it? There's
a
bromance.
Trying to start a bromance.
There's a budding bromance.
That's right.
I mean, who refs MMA? Oh, he did tell me the one time where he was going to be, what venue and what date. I should have showed up. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, now you're just stalking bromance. You got it.
Well, I mean, hey, is it stalking if he told me? Like he told me where he was going to be. I should have just. Anyway.
I know where you live, so I drove right by you, and I might have waited outside your door for about 4 hours.
I mean, this isn't something I'm obsessing over, but I'm just like, hey, if it ever the opportunity presented itself was to like hang with this guy, like I'd say, yeah, sure, let's do it, because he's wicked smart too, like he knows his stuff, and he'll tell you straight up. Like I'm just like, I was talking to this other health professional and XYZ. He goes, that's complete garbage. It's not XYZ, it's ABC. And then he doesn't pull any punches. He tells you straight, plain English. I'm just like, Like the one time he says, you can go to the plastic surgeon to have this done, but frankly, I've probably done this 10 times more than they have, and I'm way better than them. And I know he's not just blowing smoke. Like I can tell, genuine. Like it's anyway. Cool guy. Same thing with my accountant. My accountant is amazing. First of all, he is a brainiac, and he lives and breathes accounting just for fun. Like who does that? But he does 2 gigs a week. He's in a band. He plays the drums, and he shreds. He shreds on those drums, and he's an interesting guy.
See, you have your bromances forming here.
Well, here's the thing, though. When it comes to professionals in your life, like, you gotta go for the best of the best. Because I got a new dentist. Like, and I've gone through, because my old dentist, which was awesome, he's retiring, so I had to find someone else. And I finally found a good one. My eye doctor was a DOO, like had the doctorate,
right?
Whatever it was, and like he knew his stuff. He retired too, but I found someone else. And my accountant used to say, sign your signature here if you want me to play it safe. Otherwise, I'm going to go all the way up to the line of legality and get you every single dollar back that you owe. Like, it was that aggressive. And I'm like, he never crosses the line. But I'm like, this.
If you give him a little bit more, he'll cross it a little bit.
No, he won't. Like, he'll tell you, he's like because I will suggest stuff, and he's like, we're not talking about that topic. That, we're on a public landline, like, because someone could be like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I don't know what I don't know. I'm just saying, well, why can't we do it this way? Well, because what you just suggested is not allowed.
It's kind of illegal. And when I say kind of, is illegal.
The point I'm saying is, you've got to surround yourself. Like, there are some things worth paying for, and professional services for your health, for your taxes. Like, these are things you don't want to mess with. Like, you need the best of the best. Because I used to go to, like, Pearl Vision Center, and whatever Yahoo they rotated in and was working, sometimes the prescription would be bang on, and sometimes it would be like all wonky. I'm like, this sucks. So I started asking around, and I'm like, who knows their stuff? And I just started, and then same thing with their family doctor. Like, you can do like the what do they call it? The physician's assistant could be like your primary. And I'm like, no. I need doctorate after the name. Like,
that's right.
I'm like, nope.
I want a doctor.
That's right. So
that's the difference
anyway.
between and right.
Well, the thing is, to be successful, you can't do it yourself. You need to surround yourself with competence. And anyway, I think you get it. I feel like I'm lecturing, but that's my take on one.
Let us know in the comments if you do get it or don't get it, and if you're okay with seeing the nurse's assistant or the doctor's assistant or the PA or whatnot.
I mean, more power to them, but like, I'm all about reducing risk. Better, faster, cheaper, quality, high quality, anyway. So that's the way. Oh, did I tell you the story about my accountant and my boss? I think I did.
You might have told me, but did you tell this audience?
It's an amazing story. So my boss was looking to have someone do her taxes. I'm like, oh, my guy's the best. He's the best.
I'm going solo for a second so you can tell the story. Hang on.
Okay.
There you go.
So my boss was looking for someone to do her taxes. I said, you got to use my guy. He's the best. She goes, okay, give me his information. And he was taking new clients, and she saw him. And then 2 weeks later, and she goes, your accountant saved me $10,000. I'm like, shut up. That sounds made up. Like, no, there's no way. Like, that can't be. Here, my boss was involved in a scam, and she lost $10,000 in this scam. And since my accountant's intake form, like, he asks you a million questions about your financial situation, and it was so detailed, it got caught up in the answers. And he goes, I know exactly what the scam is. He knew it by name. And he says, the statute of limitations is next year. I can get you all your money back. She was like, nuh-uh. And he did. Like he knew exactly, like the scam was like famous. Like it was in Pennsylvania, like it was world renowned, like not world renowned, but like the people in that industry knew about this thing, and she got caught up in it. And it wasn't a something like, it was sophisticated. And the targets were the business leaders of the whole town, York, Pennsylvania. Like all the high end wealth captains of industry, like the top, it got them all. Like it wasn't even like the common man. It was only, and she sort of kind of got like sucked into it with the people she ran, because we had a board of directors that were industry leaders, and they created my company where I worked and where my boss was the CEO of. And anyway, she kind of got in low stakes for just 10,000, at the time. And all the other bigwig, they lost hundreds of thousands. And here what it was is, it was a MRI machine. Whoever scammed the money used it to buy an MRI machine. And this is how they did it. What tell me how, you want me to tell you how they did it? It was pretty much, okay. So the legit guy goes to these captains of industry. That's a dumb term. Anyway, and says, I've got the deal for you, got the paperwork. And then the intelligent business owners take the paperwork. They get it checked by the lawyers. They get it, all vetted, due diligence, all that stuff. And they're like, okay, this makes sense. And they're in. Okay. All right. You think that's good? Then the legit guy's brother comes over, knocks on the door and says, oh my gosh, the brother says, something isn't right. Quick, sign this. And then everything's going to be fine. And then they sign it, and it changes the deal completely. Scams them out of the money.
Yeah, it's
That's how it was. And the guy's like, it wasn't me, it was my brother. My brother, So it was like, and when you sign on the dotted line, that's binding because it was in the fine print or whatever. But that's what it was, and everyone got suckered out of it, and it was.
That's incredible.
You know what they did? You know what they did in Middletown, Pennsylvania? This was funny. There was a utility contract for electricity. This is real. You could look this up. This is true. And someone at the last minute crossed out the number of years that the contract was for and put an extra digit on there, turning it into 100 years. It was supposed to be like 10 years or something like that. They put 110 years, and everyone signed this document. So bottom line is, that town had the cheapest electricity because it was legally binding. Like, you signed on the dotted line. Everyone saw it said 110 years instead of 10 years. And it did lapse, I think, in 2005, I think, was the last. Then that was the 110th year. Like, it went on, and it was contested in court, and it was, trying
to find this.
Yeah. So you got to be careful. If you sign something, you're liable. Like, whatever you sign, you are on the hook for. I remember we had cleaners, like janitors to come, came in. They wanted the business, and like, okay, we need janitors because we're getting a bigger company. So we hired someone to come in and vacuum and clean the restrooms or whatever like that, and put down the paperwork. And my boss is like, yeah, I'll get it back to you. He goes, oh, no, just sign it now. And she goes, it's 6 pages long. Goes, yeah, I know. It's on the back, on the bottom, the last page is where you sign. She goes, I got to read the whole thing. She's like you have to read the whole contract. Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say. There was a computer lease. Get this, equipment lease company who would give you money. Like, you don't want to spend $20,000 on Apple Macintosh computers at once. You want to break it up over monthly payments. You can get a lease for it. Well, in the fine print of the lease, I swear to God, it said this. It's like, after you make your last payment, we will continue to charge you monthly so you don't have to alter your accounting practices. This is a benefit to you. I'm
What?
not making it up. So like say if it was a 24-month lease, the 25th month, they still bill you and take your money. And the 27th month, they bill you and take your money until you stop it.
So the difference between a capital expenditure and an operating expenditure, and they're going to say, oh, because we're billing you months 25, 26, and 27, we're actually saving you accounting practice.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't have to do the labor and call your accountant and change the internal and mark and check. Like, because you gotta read the contracts. This is insane.
Always.
I don't know. Is this good programming? I don't think this is good programming. But anyway.
Speaking of reading the contracts, Sammy Superstar joining us on YouTube says, hey, everyone.
Hi, Sammy. Oh, Sammy said he was going to do his full interview on the street, and I am dying to watch that. I can't wait to see his new content.
Sammy spelled the word street wrong in his teaser video, by the way.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's the content.
Of course, it is always the content.
I am very much interested in that content. Actually, when he first posted, I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch it right away. And then I went back and saw his post. He says, later today. I'm like, oh, it's the later today post. Don't tease me.
Why are you doing that? Oh, my God. Well, he's episode 1 just posted 31 minutes ago.
There you go.
There it is.
I'm watching that immediately after VF Talks. Unless we want to watch it together here. Can we restream it?
Yeah, why not?
Kidding.
Yeah, why not? Here we
go. It'll get flagged. It will auto flag. Yeah.
It's up there. So if you want to take a look, it's up there. I'm not going to play it. There it is.
Someone says no. I can't.
Champion says yes.
I want to see that video. Because I'm going to kind of do that format when I'm at my slip and slide party. That sounds so.
Congratulations, by the way, Sammy. I'm looking. I will do the same and watch this as soon as we're done. But I won't watch it on here because I don't want to get flagged. Apparently, I would get flagged if I showed it on here, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, I guess what I would say is he'll probably get an alert in his
someone's stealing your content
studio, and then he would have to approve the action. So it's probably safe to do so, but I don't want to take eyeballs away from his channel.
No, and I all he saw was when someone says no. And if you want to see the content of the video, you can go see Sammy on the Street episode 1 on YouTube.
On the YouTubes. Oh, YouTube has a new feature. You can now type something in the description, and if you type just the right words, what'll happen is an info bubble will pop up in the corner and say correction. And then you can click it, and it'll pop down in the description, or it'll put a bar or something. It'll put something on the interface, and then you can describe what's wrong with that segment of your video. So if you were to say a wrong street address, or you were to do misinformation or disinformation, or there was something factual that you wanted to correct, rather than blowing up the video and then correcting it, re-editing it, and uploading it as a new video, you could just put this little correction thing and then call people's attention to what is actually correct. It's brand new.
That is really good. That is really cool.
It's something. It's a thing.
Well, yeah, and what did we used to do outside of editing the video ourselves or putting some sort of graphic up there? The fact that we can do that quickly with some sort of annotation bubble, that seriously helps.
But after a video is on YouTube, the only thing you can do is use the editor to clip out. You cannot add ever anything into it unless you're a big time YouTuber and you can got someone to pull some strings for you. But there's no end user way to add new footage or new audio or new anything into the content. You can only use the editor to splice or trim or clip. But this allows you to put something on screen or on the interface. I don't know if it's actually overlaid on the video itself or it's below the video, or anyway, but there's another option out there, which I think is
that's
nice.
really, really cool. And especially when you do videos that have a lot of information and sometimes you might have misspoke about something, it's good to have that sort of capability.
When you do correct something, it looks suspicious as all heck because you've deleted the original and you re-uploaded a clean one, and it's like, oh, what are you hiding? Oh, you're being sneaky. It's even though you're not. So this kind of solves that paradigm.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It helps us considerably too.
Yeah. Now, hopefully it's something I'll never need. But everyone's human. Everyone kind of messes up.
I'm okay if it should trigger or I have the ability to use it. I know I do share a lot of information on my show, so if I use it, I use it.
Yeah. So I like that the platform is always getting better. It's not like Twitch for 3 years did nothing. Like they had no substantial improvements whatsoever. 2018, they had a suite of like impactful, real world benefit type improvements. 2019, 2020, 21, most of 2020, nothing from that company. That's criminal.
It is. Well, you're not looking to improve your product, improve your platform.
Yeah. So anyway, I think there have been some good things sort of recently, but I mean, a year in technology is like 10 years to normal people. Like things move fast in the tech world. Like
very fast.
To have almost 3 whole years with nothing major done to the platform.
It's like being off for 30 years. That's how bad it is.
It's pretty bad, pretty bad.
So when's your birthday? Is it Monday, the day of the birthday show, or what day is actually your birthday?
I tend not to disclose the birthday.
Right. Then we don't talk about the birthday.
It's between Monday and Friday.
It's between Monday and Friday. So take a guess. You got a 1 in 5 chance.
So yeah. So when we're at the ball game now, and Denny's birthday, another friend, a co-friend of both of ours, his birthday is a little bit after. His is like the last week of June.
Within 5 days.
Yeah. So we've got the June birthdays coming. Oh, show.
There you go.
Oh, show.
Well, I'm looking forward to your birthday stream on Monday. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I think it's. I got some ideas. So, but nothing's flushed out yet. So if anyone has any ideas of what I could do on the birthday show, but let me know. Otherwise, I think I got some good things brewing.
Well, let Matt Haas know. You know him on all things YouTube and awesome fun things and the super terrific awesome show, and he at matthaas.com. So he will take your suggestions for the big birthday show that will air Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
I had an opportunity to get a free domain name with .shop.
.shop.
Something .shop. It was free. I just could have. Boop. I could have. I didn't do it. I'm like, I don't want another. No, I don't want another website. So I didn't buy it, but I could have.
It would have been. It would just been a little bit more, and you'd be able to manage that too.
Well, I mean, when you have, I have 11. I have 11 websites that I own, and that's a lot of renewals every year. It's like, do you know what I could buy with the cost of 11 domain renewals? It's like a lot.
Tools.
That's not
you could buy
cheap.
tools.
Like, why? Why do I do this?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, being a content creator takes a lot. I mean, I got a P.O. box I got to pay for every year. I've got 11 domain names I have to pay for every year. This is like day one of the year, I'm in the hole because you factor all that stuff in.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
up.
We got the eCam fees. We got the restream fees. You got the music what's it called? The
Epidemic sound.
epidemic sound feed. I don't have epidemic sound, but yeah, it ain't cheap. And then I don't even count ISP, my internet service provider.
Yeah,
I just-
Epidemic sound. Epidemic sound that provides us this.
Yeah.
Had to get that in. Of course I did.
And well, the Adobe Creative Cloud, that's cash money. And so yeah, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's
No sunshine, no rainbows, no unicorns.
so it's like you got to make a couple $100 just to be break even.
Mm-hmm.
People think, oh, and then having 4 channels on top of that, which is ridiculous. Why do I do what I do? Like I've got to I am not. If a business professional were to give me advice, they'd be like, "You're doing it all wrong." You're doing it not all wrong, but it's like I forge my own path.
Well, you also want to come up with awesome thing, which we now know is Nuke It.
Who has a full course for free for 2.5 years now? Like that.
That's you.
It's unheard of.
That's you.
I know. I've got my store. Every item is pay what you want, $0 or more, except my icons, which are minimum $5. But other than that, given all the overlays and all the checklists I have out there, it's all for free. Kind of nuts.
You're incredible at what you do, and when I have friends who want to start live streaming and start wanting to do this, and I refer them to you because you have basically provided a lot of great information through that free course and through your shows and everything. You're phenomenal at what you do.
Sign them up. I think I'm going to do the file naming and file management lesson only on the course, because I think it's going to be too boring of a YouTube video. It's probably not going to get any traction, even though it's something that everyone can immediately implement and will have a impactful benefit to their content creation strategy. But people just don't want it. They're like, I want to learn about file management. No. That's what people will say. But I figured a lot. I mean,
it's a lot of good information.
My stuff flies. And everything is like where it should be, called what it should be called, and easy. Yeah, I'm working on it.
You save so much time trying to find things because you name them the right way and you have a file management system that works. It helps.
It helps. It helps for sure. And I've also dealt with assets too. Like I was in charge of all the publishing assets, getting them cataloged and, in the database correctly so that you can find them. So
the time that you spend for that sort of nomenclature, that sort of etymology of file name will save you so much aggravation down the road. And then you use that with something like a Discord, not Discord, with a Notion or whatnot, and now you have an organization of these things. Well, that's huge.
I'm really happy with Notion. I'm surprised it's free. Like that is a free tool. Free tool. And you can pay for it, and they'll unlock some like features which you kind of don't really even need. Like you if you give them $5 a month, you know what you get? Your HTML pages that are published to the web will be indexed by Google. Like that's what you get.
Yeah.
Like, do you really need your Notion pages indexed by Google? You don't need that. If you want to pay $5, you can have it.
But we have a lot of friends that use Notion. Kat Mulvihill is the one I think of off the top of my head. She loves Notion.
Yeah, it's a powerful thing.
But you said the most magic word there. You said it's free.
It's free. I'm telling you. Some of these things are gems, like Stream Elements. It's free. I don't think you can pay them if you wanted to, and it's the best. Like Notion is free and it's the best. Like I've done what was that Ruby on Rails one? A Basecamp. I've done Basecamp. I've done what's the other one with the columns? I've done a lot of these
Hyperstack?
team collaboration management schedule tools. Notion is hands down the best. If you got someone who can create it. So that's the problem with Notion. You got to build it. You don't know how to build it. Like you need to know the fundamentals of databases to kind of understand how to set it up. But
you notice I used a very ancient term in that. I said hyperstack or hypercard.
Did you know the CD-ROM game, not DVD, CD-ROM game Myst? Do you remember Myst? From Cyan was the developer. They used HyperCard. They hacked. They used the source code of HyperCard and they changed it, and they modified it to get the pixels of the photos up on screen as fast as possible. Like they took out all the extraneous code, and when you click the arrow and you went to the next scene, it loaded on, not as a video, as still images. The whole game. Now they did have some video in it, but they would have like a still image, and they would have like a little window, and in the window was an actual video that would play. It would be like, 120 pixels by 90 pixels. There it is. Yeah. So even that, when they put the video on there, they took every opportunity to make things the smallest file size as possible. Like, why do 640 by 480 15 frames a second when they can do just a little part of the scene would be animated? Anyway, from a developer point of view, like that was a interesting way to take very limited hardware and push it as far as it can go. And it was a fun game. I went through the whole thing, and I had to go online to get the cheats for it and stuff like that. Because I remember you had to go around the whole island and turn, because they had these electrical throw switches everywhere. And then if you turned them all down and you turned one of them up, like that was the configuration, that something amazing would happen or something like that. Like you'd never stumble on that yourself. Like you had to put them all, there must have been 40 of them around the island, and they all had to be in the down position, and then just the one specific one had to be. Cool game.
Very cool game. Trying to get this a little bit bigger here.
That's when that really put into the gaming market good story.
Yeah.
Like storytelling was forefront with that, and that's why you bought it. It was a great real world, what do they call it, massively multiplayer, what was it, multiplayer, but it was a story that would unfold.
A more permanent, something like that.
It wasn't an MMORPG, but it was
anyway. There was a high school project back in the 18th century. Now it feels like that long ago. That the AP American History class did about Long Island history, and they did it in HyperCard and HyperStack.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was one of the first Mac applications, and Adobe Illustrator 88. That's what corrupted me. I went all in on the line art, baby. And it was Adobe Illustrator 88 on the 9-inch black and white Macintosh, the 9-inch screen with the floppy, the 3.5-inch floppy. That was the low density. It wasn't the 1.2 megabyte floppy. Only the teacher's computer had
720K or something like that.
It was like 612 or 528 or something like that. But yeah, that's how I learned. And with the Bezier curves, I figured those Bezier curves out lickety split. I remember I did I still have the file. I did a space shuttle. The space shuttle wings are kind of curved and they flange out. I rendered the space shuttle, and I got the wings perfect because I mastered those Bezier curves. Oh, I love that. I saw a video on the math that is those Bezier curves. It explains how those curves render mathematically, and it was fascinating for me. It was boring to everyone else on the planet, but it was fascinating to me.
Well, Bezier curves talk about it's basically a form of what you learn in Euclidean geometry, and the fact that nothing is straight line. There is a curvature.
It's exactly
And
what it is.
I'll go back to the graphic real quick, in the sense that there's a natural curvature to things, and that's why the Bezier curve is a thing, especially when you start trying to talk about it programmatically.
Euclidean algorithm. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Castahilo's algorithm. Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
On how those work. Then once, like, not that you need to understand it, but like once you understand what it's doing, those handles make a heck of a lot more sense. Like, I've always rendered those handles as tangency. Like, as you come up to the anchor point, those handles will force the curve tangent.
Tangent or potentially secant.
And but once you understand the math, it even snaps even more into place. And,
See, we talked about trig tonight, guys. Yeah, I mean, come on. Where else do you get a nice conversation about trigonometry and hyperstack and hypercard? Come on. VF Talks. There you go. I'm sure we could tie the sort of thing of Euclidean geometry and Bezier curves and how that means to the experience at Fogo.
Well, the plates at Fogo will have 4 anchor points because it's a complete circle.
Right.
That's all you need.
And the meat.
Four pieces. Well, the meat has more complex geometry in it, but the plate.
And you need a card. You need a card that is green on one side and red on the other.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a card over there. I have my Fogo card right on my
Did you take one of the coasters?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, no. I'll fall off my chair if a gaucho. There it is. Put a green side up and see if put a green side up and see if a gaucho shows up and puts meat in front of
Ivan. Oh wait, not that. No
more.
No more. And he's still slicing it off and trying to give you more. Ivan, I just wanted one. You got like 7 or 8 pieces now. No, Ivan, stop. Oh, okay, a little bit more.
Well, brother, we've been going for an hour and a half.
We've been going for 9 hours. This has been
fantastic.
fantastic.
Down here. But we talked. Hey, with our goal to talk about everything, I think we've come close.
Hi, April.
Hi, April. We were talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, it was only bad things.
Nothing but nothing but bad things. And we talked about your incredible business and how awesome it is and how awesome you are.
Yeah, you owe John some money because he plugged your business, so he expects.
Well, doing it again.
Up.
There it is. Mama April
now you owe
Sweetbits.
double. Now she owes you double.
Over on Facebook.
You better pay off April, because John doesn't tolerate, delinquent payments.
Oh, don't make it sound like I'm a. No.
I'm kidding. I kid.
I kid. We joke.
I pay in baked goods.
April pays in baked goods. April is an incredible person.
I want the almond bread. Can you put an order in for me, and we'll figure out the payment.
April, you heard he wants almond bread. So there you go.
And as a sinful cheat day, maybe some zucchini bread too.
There you go.
But okay.
It's really good stuff, and it moves, and she's incredible at what she does. So Mama April Sweet Bits over on, yes, the almond pound cake is what we're talking about.
Because almonds are more keto friendly, so I'm thinking that would.
And even if there's a little bit of a tinge, I think it's fine for a cheat day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I can pull it off.
Yeah. Oh, and then she asks, chocolate or regular zucchini bread?
I'm very curious about the chocolate, but I would like to do regular zucchini bread because my mother used to make that.
Matt, I'm going to actually say you should also get the chocolate zucchini bread because it is phenomenal.
Is it milk chocolate or is it dark chocolate? I guess it doesn't matter.
April, why don't you let them know?
Just put it in, like, give me the multi-pack of goods.
Oh, wait, there's nothing keto friendly about the pound cake. Ha 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 ha.
Well, that's true too. But yeah.
I also want the home viewer to realize that I got the number of ha's down correctly. 3 ha's. Ha ha ha.
La la la, yeah.
Right. And then, when Sammy's on and he has the 14 ha's, I try to get every single ha down correctly. April says it's Hershey's cocoa powder.
I like the Hershey's. See, I got my Hershey Park mug right here. The Hershey Park mug looks like an admission ticket. See? Admission ticket. That's what it kind of, with the barcode. My nephew gave me this. My nephew gave me this for Christmas. Don't I have the best nephew?
You have an incredible nephew. He knows exactly what the story's about. There you go.
All right, brother. I think I'm going to jump off.
Matt, you have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to your birthday show on All Things YouTube. Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Little spoiler alert, it's actually at 6:55 because he does the countdown. He plays the countdown music. You'd be there for the countdown. The show starts at 7. So 6:55 Eastern, 3:55 Pacific, All Things YouTube. Matt, an honor and pleasure having you on the show as always. You're an incredible co-host, but you're an incredible friend, and I love you, bro.
Hey, right back at you, brother. All right.
Take care of yourself.
Later, everyone.
Matt Haas, ladies and gentlemen, as we go back to Maine to put a giant bow on this VF Talks for this week. Bit of a preview for next week's show. Tuesday, we're going to talk about lessons learned. We're going to talk about exactly the things I need to be aware of as I am in this journey, 3 years and going, and things to be very well aware of. Not to dwell, but to learn, to be very much aware of. That's the Tuesday night show. Thursday, we're going to talk about codependency once again, but we're going to talk about codependency as it pertains to what codependency is versus attachment, and how both of those concepts are very much part of this life, back in the past, but currently in the present too. So we're going to talk about codependency versus attachment on Thursday night, and in 1 week from tonight, we will have another episode of VF Talks. The 2 episodes of the Venture Forward will be Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. And the next episode of VF Talks, where we have a conversation about anything and everything with Matt Haas, Paul Burke, and all of you, will be next Friday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Some final comments. Marilyn on YouTube says, "Night, everyone. Have a great evening." You too, Marilyn, with the 3 purple hearts, 3 blue hearts right back at you. And Easy joining us in the last seconds here, saying, "Good day, mates." Good day, Easy. Hope you have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend, Easy, and definitely catch the replay. It was a good show for sure. But on that, I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every Venture Forward